Professionally trained helper animals such as guide dogs for the blind offer obvious benefits to humans. Even the average domestic pet such as a dog, cat or even a goldfish can also provide us with many therapeutic benefits. Pets can ease loneliness, reduce stress, promote social interaction, encourage exercise and playfulness, and provide us with unconditional love and affection. With me is Karen Gray-Kilfoyle and Dr. Sinke Vlieger. Welcome to Doctor's Orders. So, how do we know that pets actually provide these therapeutic benefits?
We know that negative affective state, so being depressed, feeling down and low, is associated with a whole bunch of negative health, physical and psychological health problems. Heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and early mortality, and positive affective states seem to protect us from that. And so when a human interacts with another animal, another creature, be it a companion animal or a dog, it's associated with a feeling of acceptance, people feel good, they feel relaxed. And we know that on a biological level, what happens is that our blood pressure and pulse reduces, and interestingly, it happens for the dog as well when it interacts with a human. And stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline are reduced, and other neurochemicals like dopamine and, more importantly, beta endorphins as well as oxytocin are released. And that kind of translates into better mood, better health, physical and psychological health.
So it's not just physiological benefits or psychological benefits, there are physical benefits as well.
I think the physical benefits go through to the psychological, they're linked.
Yes.
So hugging a dog, for instance, will have psychological and physical effects. People who have animals are less sick, and they've done studies to show that, I think it's with elderly people, 65 and up, they go to the doctor 30% less if they have a pet. So it definitely affects your health.
What's the history of understanding the therapeutic benefits of animals?
Boris Levinson, who's a child psychiatrist in New York, in the late 1960s, he noted quite serendipitously when his pet dog Jingles was in the therapy session, the children that he was treating, who were quite withdrawn, seemed to be more relaxed and were able to communicate and disclose a lot more. And that really sort of kick-started a lot of the work that's subsequently done into animal-assisted therapy, which I think it's important to distinguish between sort of having pets which confer physical and psychological benefits through direct and indirect means, but it's a separate thing when we talk about animal-assisted therapy. We're not talking about volunteers and lay people. It's a specifically trained individual, and the dog has undergone training, or the companion pet has undergone training, and it's really it's a goal-directed activity. There's a specific therapeutic focus.
The Underdog Project is one of the many programs that supply animal-assisted therapy for children. Let's have a look.
The Underdog Project helps address the emotional and social needs of young people through sheltered dog training. At the same time, the dogs benefit from reduced kennel stress, and training prepares them for new homes.
I joined the Underdog Project because I wanted to learn more about dogs and understand dogs better and understand their body language and know how to actually treat the dog and do what's best for the dog. I got self-confidence for myself and try to love myself. If you love yourself, you can love others too.
The Underdog Project instills humane education in youth, promoting responsible animal care and developing non-violent communities.
So this is Lily.
This is Lily.
Now, are kids more responsive to animals?
We know that animals do have positive effects on cognitive and emotional development of kids, to develop empathy, develop a sense of responsibility, and it kind of intuitively makes sense that if you're trying to work with a child, an adult with a child, that can be quite a stressful encounter, and that bringing in a non-threatening animal that makes you feel good immediately makes the child feel more receptive to the actual intervention.
Now, the Underdog Project is unique in that it uses rescued animals as well as rescued kids. Is there a mutual benefit?
Yes, and that's the whole idea, is that there's a mutual benefit. The children think they're learning to train dogs. Actually, they're learning a lot more than that in terms of compassion, and a lot of them have been abused. If an abused child doesn't want to be touched by a person or hugged, they often don't mind hugging or touching a dog. So, or playing with a dog. And then they can gradually, that physical contact can help them deal with people.
Now, what are you seeing with the children? Will they become more also attached to people as a consequence of?
Yeah, definitely does help. And, you know, it helps the dogs because obviously they're dogs that have been dumped at rescue organizations and they need training too. So they get physical contact with children. Again, they've got to be screened quite carefully because you can't have an aggressive dog. It benefits both. And those dogs are more easily adopted and stay with owners longer. Don't get brought back after the first week because they've learnt how to interact with children, especially, and people.
I imagine it's quite empowering for a child to have a sense of, you know, this animal trusts me, listens to me, and for an animal that's been abused by a human to again be able to trust.
It gives them all a sense of achievement.
Thank you so much, ladies, for joining us on Doctor's Orders.